What's up, guys? Marcellus Williams, aka TheSwolefessor, here to educate you on health and social well-being. Welcome to episode 1 of A Decade of Craft, my prep series for SBD Austin, November 22nd, which will be my 10-year anniversary meet. This my first meet was in November of 2015, also in Austin, Texas. And my goal is very simple. I've been powerlifting for 10 years. This is my 10-year anniversary meet, and I want to say that I PR'd my total all 10 years of doing this. So that's the goal, just PR the total. Obviously, I have some specific numbers I would like to hit, especially to kind of, make up for what happened at Nationals back in March. But what's most important is PRing the total. That's going to be the goal. And I'm very, very excited because I'm going to be a little bit different with this prep series. Instead of focusing too much on, being super informative with the breakdown of everything I'm doing, mainly because there's nothing new for you guys to learn with my training this time around, because everything that I'm doing is things that I've done before, things I've done in-depth breakdowns before. There's nothing that's changed, and I already updated you guys with the last video on what we're doing with the programming. The only difference is that we, as of this block, because we're 11 weeks out, 3 blocks out, so the meet lands on the week 4 SBD, we swapped out the leg press on this day with belt squat. So now I'm belt squatting both days, just because we know that additional squat volume in that form always gives me the best boost going into a meet. We've been pushing the leg press for a long time now. We've, gotten some quality size on the legs for myself, relatively, right? So now it's time to be a little bit more specific over the next 11 weeks to build. But anywho, what I want to focus on instead of super in-depth informative breakdowns of my training, which of course the informative content will always be on Powerlifting Now for you guys who are interested, is focusing more on kind of just what I've learned in each year of powerlifting. And that's what I'm thinking about right now. I'm focusing and being intentional with my sets, of course, but between sets, I'm just kind of thinking about going back through each year and kind of what I've learned, and kind of wanting to share that with you guys. With each episode, share hey, here's what I kind of learned my first year of powerlifting and what I still apply today, or what I got out of it for powerlifting and how I apply it to life. I think that's how I want to kind of go about this prep, just because that's just what I'm feeling led to do with it. So yeah, squats, easy. It's week 1. Top set moved well. Single was easy. Top set of 4 was easy. Back down set of 4 is easy. It's week 1, right? Everything's moving very, very well. I am happy to say that compared to before, where I felt these huge fluctuations in fitness week to week, they're still there. Week 2 still feels like the worst fitness-wise, right? Because it's coming off an easy week 1 where the weights are so light, but it's not as drastic a difference. I feel pretty consistent when it comes to squatting now and just building up, which I think is partially due to the weight gain, partially due to my technique being consistent, also is partially due to us just having our programming more precise. So squats were chill, very easy. We're going to knock out this bench. We're going to knock out this deadlift. The accessories you already know. And then, I'm just going to think about kind of what I really got out of my first year of powerlifting and share that with you guys. All right, guys, so we just wrapped up bench press, and honestly, it felt good. Like, it's week one. Still have the multiple singles. My first single is always assigned a little bit lighter, and then the second and third single are higher up in weight. So 140 for the first single, 145 for the 2x1. And then with my back downs, I think this is you know what? It's fine. I kept saying that, I don't have that much to teach you guys, but I think the one thing I never talked to you guys about is that on this day for my back downs, the weight goes down for each back down set. And then the very last back down set, instead of being a set of 5, is a set of 6. It's like a 3x5 and then a 1x6. And the only reason why we do that is because the way my bench fatigues with my range of motion on this day after taking heavier weight first, it's like the RPE can go up so fast if I try to stay the same load. So Brad already has it set to adjust the load for every set. So we're staying about where we want to be RPE-wise and having the speed we want on the bar while still getting progressive load across all sets each week, right? And then, because it's different, like on my Monday session where I have like my 4x8 with the straight sets, I can maintain that fine because I'm not taking a really heavy set or multiple heavy sets first. But on this day, that's the way to go about the back down. So anyway, I'm pretty sure that's the last little educational thing I'll talk about for today. But yeah, bench felt really, really good. And honestly, it's just nice, man, to be here chilling, starting the block off with such good energy. Like, B and Leanne are both down here because they both have clients competing at regionals. Leanne is not directly coaching or handling. Y'all chill. Article 14, y'all chill. She's just there to support, but B's down here handling. So being able to train with my clients that I don't usually get to see is always a nice time. But yeah, I feel good. Like, I think as far as bench, the main thing we've been looking at here is how things are moving in terms of relative speed compared to my bench at its best, especially since we're not going for any big PRs. We're just building into the meet appropriately. We have to gauge where the speed is at, especially this block, because that'll let us know we can keep doing what we're doing with the 4 days, or if we need to bring back that 5th day for the last couple of blocks. But yeah, all in all, bench was chilled. Let's get into the deadlifts. Deadlifts are waking up, guys. Deadlifts are waking up. I was telling the B, something I've noticed with me is how hard I push my deadlift for a certain amount of blocks in a row will determine how many blocks I need to really feel like I'm back to normal. So last training cycle, you guys know we hit the 578 PR triple, and then we hit the 606 PR double, right? So I pushed really hard 2 blocks in a row. So then the block after that, the final block of that macro, we still pushed the squat and the bench, but we pulled back on the deadlift. I just worked up to like 540 for a triple, right? And then the first block of this macro, same thing, we just hit 551 for a triple, right? Now we're in the second block of this macro, but it's been 2 blocks of taking it easy. So now I'm feeling good. I'm coming to life again because the 2 blocks of taking it easy have made up for the 2 blocks of pushing it really hard. So the 573 triple we have planned for this block should be very chilled. It's 2.5 under my best triple. And if I need to auto-regulate it and take it for like a double, I will do that just to make sure I'm not, inducing too much fatigue. But then the block after will be really easy. Just 595 to 206 for a single, just keep fitness where it needs to be, then going crazy at the meet. So I'm really happy with how the deadlift feels. It feels very technically consistent, feels strong off the floor. Like, this is the easiest week. Well, week 1 of the block, but week 2 for the deadlift since the deadlift is staggered. I pushed my heaviest deadlift on week 3. But easiest that it's felt in a minute. So easy little week 2 pulls on the week 1 of the block. So yeah, we're in a good spot. Just gonna do our accessories here. We got belt squats, leg curls, calves. Y'all ain't trying to watch me do calves. That's okay. And then we're done. All right, guys, so that is it for the session. Everything felt good. You know, it's week one. Y'all know we don't go crazy on the accessories week one. We're just kind of getting a baseline set. Leg curls, very straightforward. I'm just going to progress the weight week to week within the block, try to get around that RP cap that's assigned for the day. Calf raises, just 3 sets of AMRAP. What I do is I up the weight at the start of each block from whatever I had the weight at the block before, and just try to progress the AMRAP sets week to week while keeping the load consistent. And bell squat, so now that I'm bell squatting twice a week, the secondary bell squat day is just there for good, healthy volume, giving good pop. On this day, I'm going to push it a little bit more while still keeping the RP relatively sub-max. Brad has me around like RP6, and then on the secondary day, like around like RP4, because we've learned that if I push it too aggressively, then it starts to smoke my legs more than what we want. So I'm just pacing everything. So pretty much, I'm going to stay 1 plate ahead on the primary day compared to the secondary day. So for this block, it's week one, right? So I did 6 plates each side. So it's going to be 6 plates, 7 plates, 8 plates for weeks 1, 2, and 3 leading into the week 4. And then, of course, we're back in deload. For the secondary day, it's going to be 5 plates, 6 plates, 7 plates, right? Weeks 1, 2, and 3 leading into the week 4 primary SPD. And then with each block, just starting a plate higher. So block 1 for the primary, it's going to go 6, 7, 8. Then the next block after, it's going to be 7, 8, 9. And then the final block going to meet will be like 8, 9, 10. And then the secondary will just always be the same thing, but a plate behind, relatively. So that's how I'm pacing it, so that way I can get that peak workload I need on it to feel really good and springy and strong in my squat, but not do it for too long like I did for past press, where I was just pushing 9, 10 plates each side every week, and eventually it caught up to me. So yeah, wow, this video has been more informative than I expected it to be, but it ain't gonna be the vibe for the entire prep series, which, I mean, it's fine. It's the TheSwolefessor, informing us what I do. But anyway, it's funny because I've been thinking about what lessons I really could take from powerlifting for that first year from like 2015 to 2016. But the thing is, so I did my first meet in November 2015, right? And then I did a meet in sometime mid 2016. But I wasn't truly powerlifting. Like, I did those meets, but I wasn't training like a powerlifter. I wasn't on any actual powerlifting programming. I was just doing my own thing. And then like 4 to 8 weeks out, I would just get on some random peaking program online and just run that, right? But honestly, I think that's kind of what I learned from it, because during that point in my life, like 2015, 2016, so like my junior and senior year in college, I was working 4 jobs to avoid student loans. I was dating my now wife, then girlfriend, Amber. I was taking 15 hours a semester. I was a part of the kinesiology student organization, an officer of the organization, and was still working out. So I was just really busy, constantly doing stuff, right? So I think for me, when I first joined the powerlifting team, and did that meet in 2015, and then did that meet in 2016, it was just fun. And I think that's the takeaway. Like, why did I get into powerlifting? I didn't have any crazy goals or ambitions necessarily to be the #1 lifter, or certainly not to get into coaching, but it was just something fun to do. Like, when you're doing so much and everything is work related or school related, it was just nice to have something fun to do. It was nice to look forward to knowing that when I would go to those practices, I get to see my teammates, and we just get to work out together and push each other, hype each other up on squat, bench, deadlift, and then go do whatever random thing I want to do accessory-wise, right? Because once again, I wasn't really on any structured programming. But it was just fun, and I think that's something that I definitely carry with me to this point, because I've had those phases where training almost feels like a chore. It feels like something else to do, especially as I've gotten busier, as I've, had a family, increased client workload, powerlifting now, as I've just done more things, there have been days where I get to the gym, it's like, I don't really feel like doing this, something else to do. And I have to remind myself that, no, I don't have to do this. I don't have to train. It's a privilege. And it's like, why am I doing this? Because it's fun. I like the idea of challenging myself. I like the idea of putting in time and work into something and seeing the results. Bro, these AR lights. Seeing the results of actually getting better, right? Like, you put in a certain amount of workload and you get stronger, and getting hyped up for the PRs and seeing my clients and my teammates get hyped up in that way, it's just fun. And really, that's gotta be my main why, right? And I think for most of us, that should be the main why. Like, of course, self-improvement, discipline, maybe you have a certain total you're trying to hit, certain place you're trying to hit, but if it's not fun, what's the point? Why put all this time and money and effort into it if you don't enjoy it, right? There's gotta be that aspect of joy with it, in my opinion, right? So I think that's my main takeaway from my first year of powerlifting, was it was just fun. And that's what I'm really trying to do with this prep, is just enjoy it and have fun. Of course, work hard, be disciplined, be on top of my eating, my sleep, everything within my control, but ultimately doing it so I can just enjoy my sessions that much more. So that's my main takeaway from my first year of powerlifting, and that is it for this first episode of the prep series. That's it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead and leave a comment down below. Let me know what you did. If you did not, leave a comment down below. Let me know what can get better. like the video, share, subscribe. Keep it simple, specific, scientific. I'll catch you guys later.